Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, viewers. In this episode of the History Makers, our makers of history, it's a pleasure to have one and only African king, sprint king, Ferdinand Omanyala.
Yes.
Omurwa. Jina ngapi?
Tatu mzuri.
Welcome, Ferdinand.
I'm
happy to. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank
that
you.
was super. You did marvelous to run in 9.77?
Yes, 9.77. African record.
African record.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did you feel after winning, after breaking the record to be called the African champ?
First, it not hit me at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, like immediately.
Yeah.
Because I looked up and then the thing I wanted was to go and kiss the tartan.
Yes.
So that's what I went and did.
Yeah.
And then again, it now sank in after like 5 minutes that
Yes.
that's the African record. 9.77. And I was so surprised. But I was happy about it because it's something I've been working on.
Yeah.
And I've always said that any race I run, I want to break a record.
How many times did you breathe from the beginning of the race to the end? How many times
I
did
can't
you breathe
remember. I
out?
can't even remember what you did because just 9 seconds you're done.
Did you hold your breath?
No, you don't basically hold your breath because it's just the first part, almost like 5 meters.
Yes.
And then you need to release so that you can release the body. You don't have to tighten up. If you tighten up, you end up getting slower and slower. So you need just to relax, breathe in and out and just relax.
How many steps did you take?
47 steps.
47 steps.
Yeah.
What is it, the fastest steps you've taken to the end?
No. There's a race I took 46. That was in Austria.
Yeah.
So if I could have run the same race in Austria, I ran it in Nairobi.
Yeah.
It could be maybe a 9.6 or 9.5 something.
So looking at Usain Bolt, have you seen how many steps he used to take, for example? He had
a very big stride. Yeah. He was taking around 43 to 45 steps.
43 to 45 steps.
Yeah.
So what the science of running 100 meters is in the breathing, it's on the steps you make and the length of the steps.
And then how powerful you're stepping the ground. Because
and how powerful?
100 meters is all about you see, most of 100 meter guys are a bit bulk because we do gym a lot.
Yeah.
Because you need the strength and the power.
Yeah.
So it comes down to how hard you're stepping on the ground because it's all about action and reaction forces.
Yes.
The action you're putting on the ground, the force needs to act back.
Yeah.
So if it acts back, the most powerful steps take you further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if for example you are not running as fast as you want and the step up is not as good enough, so you'll take a slower time.
Yeah, the time you'll take on the ground again will be a bit longer.
Yes.
Because if you step powerful,
Yes.
it tends to get out of the ground again powerful and fast.
So having ran in Kenyan soil and having set the record in Kenyan soil, what is your outlook? How are people viewing you vis-a-vis the day you started running as this rugby player? Ule alikuwa naambiwa ukikimbia wewe utashikwa sijui nini. What did you feel?
It has really changed because like a 360-degree turn.
Yes.
Like I was another person, now I'm another different person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has really changed my status in the society, which I'm embracing it. I'm taking it a day as it comes.
Yeah.
But now the pressure it's reducing a bit because there's so much pressure since Saturday. My phone was ringing and my WhatsApp. I think I have like more than 700 messages on WhatsApp. I need to start replying them slowly, but I'm embracing that, and now I know how success feels, and I want to continue doing that.
Na hujaitwa Harambee. You know people are called for Harambee.
bado sijaitwa Harambee. Bado Harambee sijaitwa.
Your friends are not showing up with the dates.
Yeah, of course they must be. Yeah, kuna mwenye aliniambia nimfungulie biashara and I'm like, how?
So if you look at the races you've ran, and the success you've gotten from these races, would you ask anyone who is aspiring to be the next Ferdinand Omanyala to pick up racing, running actively?
Yeah, because my main purpose when I started this sport is to change the notion of Kenyans.
Yes.
You know, like everybody in the world does not believe Kenyans can sprint. Like you travel in the world and then they ask you which sport do you do, and then you say I'm a 100-meter runner, and they're like, oh, there's a 100-meter run in Kenya. So we want to change that, and it's changing slowly. The perception is really changing. So for an athlete, now that I've opened the ways, you know, first born umia sana. I've gone through a lot of challenges to get where I am. I believe it's going to get even better because I believe there are some facilities that are going to be built because what I've done. So it will
AK
be
is
easier.
AK has embraced you finally now.
Yeah, the AK now have embraced me. Now
there's no fight.
There's no fight. Now they know that there's someone they can field in 100 meters.
At least, but
Yeah.
it was a long fight between you and AK and the successors.
Yeah, it was a struggle, but I believe everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I believe that's what now made me who I am today, because if I could be given teams, I could be put in teams just to go for competitions because of in top 3.
Yeah.
I could not have worked hard to make the times to go to the Olympics.
Is it paying?
Yeah, it is. Because looking at the last races that I've run, nimekuwa napata pesa vizuri. Yeah, so like the races I've been going in Europe, there's appearance fee and there's prize money.
Yeah.
So at least I'm comfortable.
So the appearance fee and the ticket is paid before?
Yeah, so if you're invited for a race, let's say in Finland,
yeah,
they tell you, now we want you to come and run, because they also need the bonga points. If you come and run fast in their tartan, it will be news.
Record,
yeah. So they pay for your accommodation, for your tickets, and then they give you prize money. Like there's one race that I was given 300,000 just to appear.
Oh, good. That's
so
congratulations. That's something.
It pays. So I want to change this perception that people, guardians are telling their parents, you cannot make a living out of sport. If your child is talented, let him do what he wants to do, and then you just support him, because you never know of tomorrow.
Your girlfriend has been very instrumental in your life.
Yeah.
And you honored her the other day, and it was very touching.
Yeah.
What is she feeling now that you've managed? Her hard work is paying off as well, and what do you tell Kenyan men who look for other areas, not the girl they've stuffed with? Mama utamwacha matani.
No. I better die. I'll not leave her.
Yeah?
She's been there for me for as long as, because she knew me before I was a celeb.
Yeah.
Before I started running fast in 2016, she was there.
Yeah.
So she has seen me grow.
Yeah.
She's been there side to side.
Yeah.
We've gone through challenges together.
Yeah.
She's been there to support me and just tell me tomorrow will be better. So I've been having a lot of challenges, but she's been there. Financial, mental, I mean everything. Like in this sport, you have injuries. Like you've said, the case story. And then financial. So she's been there all through. So she's been very, very monumental in my career. And then to men who are looking for, I'll advise ladies, because most of the ladies in Kenya are looking for everything that's already
furnished
there.
Yeah.
So if you get someone who has already made it in life, he'll always put his properties first. He'll always put his career, his money first before you. But if you grow with someone, he'll value most before he values anything else that he has gotten. And then to those who are leaving their loved ones before, if you look at the stories, most of these guys who have left their wives after they have made it, they have never gone far. That tears that lady's crying is very, very, I mean, like, God looks at that. And then you end up, you see, like, you've left her, and then now lives just start getting
What did your mother tell you when you broke the record?
She was very happy. Because since I was at the Olympics, she's being called by like very great people in the village. Yeah. They have been calling her, and like she's asking me, why you've made me now a celeb in this town. So she's very happy about it. She's
Mr. Omurwa himself?
Mr. Omurwa is very happy, actually. And to see, he was a sprinter before. So to see his son now taking up his footsteps and now growing bigger and making it even better, I'm living the dream that he would want to live when he was a sprinter.
So in a day, if you woke up today, how do you plan to eat? Because you can't eat anything. You can't just drink anything because of doping, and guys will be over your case. Guys are looking at where is Ferdinand today, what is he eating. So in a nutshell, how is your day like, apart from the interviews? If you woke up today, what would you do? So
depends if it's in off season or in season. So off season, mostly we train thrice a day. 3 hours 3 hours sessions, morning, mid-morning and evening. So I'll say I'll wake up, take my breakfast, get out of the house, go to the gym. Go from the gym, you come back to the house, take something.
How many minutes do you take or hours do you take in the gym?
Gym session always 3 hours. 3 hours. So you come back to the house, take something, and then go to track. And then again after track, you do a session of like 2 hours. and then you do another one. So you come back home, take lunch, sleep a bit, like an hour nap, and then now go for the evening training. Mostly it's always about track training, because there's a lot of things that are involved to build up this 100 meters. It's a short distance, but a lot of technicalities. So you have to train and make everything perfect.
So what the food, nutrition is key.
Yeah.
So how do you regulate? What is your intake, for example, of vitamins, intake of proteins?
Mi ulazimishwa kula mboga na wife because I don't like green. But I love taking fruits. I eat a lot of fruits because as much as you may not drink, sometimes you don't feel like drinking water. But you eat a lot of fruits because now the hydration again is in the fruits. Let's say like a watermelon. About the vitamins, mi ulazimishwa. Ugali naichukuanga tu vile inakam.
You're white or you're brown?
White. Yeah, white. I eat a lot of carbs and proteins. Every day I must eat a protein. Either mostly white meat, fish and chicken. Sometimes I take beef, and then pork and also liver. Just
for the body?
Yeah, for the body. Instead of going for the supplement way, just make a balanced diet.
So if someone invites you, do you really care, or do you have to know what is cooked? Because the doping and medicine is also key. What kind of medicine do you take so that you do not breach the doping rule?
So I have a doctor.
Sick? Yes.
I have a doctor who I consult every time.
Before.
So before I feel anything, like I'm feeling some fever, or I'm feeling I have a back pain or headache. I have a doctor that I consult. So she knows everything. She has worked with adults before, so she knows everything. So she prescribes the medicine for me. I just don't go over the counter and buy the drugs. And then if I'm invited somewhere, mostly I don't eat because they know I'm coming. But I'm that guy, that kind of athlete who pops in when people doesn't know I'm coming. I might tell you I'm not coming, but then again you see me.
You show up.
So it if someone to plan a thing when you just show up abrupt, it's hard. Like in town, you don't say I'm going to eat somewhere. It just reaches a time you say, let me go and have some chicken at KFC. So you just pop in there. But so mostly I'll try and keep myself in-house. No parties, no visitations a lot, because I know what it takes to be where I am now. I don't want to spoil this.
Okay. Have you ever done most of the? If you watch, there's a clip on why it is impossible to run under 9 seconds, and the science of training. And I hear that the first thing that you have to, the breathing is very key, and people train underwater. Have you tried to train underwater for?
No, not yet.
Yes.
These are things that we're trying to implement because, previously I've never had this financial upgrade that I have now. So the next season will be better, of course. We'll improvise, we'll improve on our training facilities. We'll improve on some of the training aspects. So next season will be better. I've never trained in water because I don't like swimming. But it's something that we'll do it slowly, because I've been told by a couple of people that hydration training is good. It's good for your back, for your muscles and everything. For the resistance training.
Okay, if you, in the next 2 years, where do we expect Ferdinand Omanyala?
Next year is going to be a great year. My target mostly is the Olympic Games in Paris 2024. And I pray to God that he may continue working with me, and I remain humble as I am, and just continue working hard. My target is to break those records. Every race that I'm running, I want to break a record, be it a national record, be it a stadium record, Olympic record, world record. You never know what God is planning. And I always say there's no limits to greatness. So
your coach is the same coach you started with?
Yeah, he's the coach that I started with when I was 0. He has taught me everything since. So he's like a father figure now.
What about the rugby players you used to play with? What are they saying?
Yeah, they are really proud of me, and they are. I mean, like it's almost unbelievable to see someone you're just playing with now, an African champion, a world, an international athlete. So it's also a motivation to them that anything is possible. So I'm glad that I'm encouraging so many people, not just in sport, even out of this sport.
And are you taking other guys with you? Are guys now asking you that they should join this bandwagon of the new Kenyan new minted Kenyan runners?
Yeah, we have a team. It's called Achievers Godspeed.
Yes.
That's where actually my success, I attribute it to them also, because, you know, training alone is a very hard task.
Yes.
Sometimes you train alone and you reach the 7th workout, you're supposed to do 10, and they say, aye, si lazima. But if you have a team, there's someone who is positive in that team. So you say, Fadi lazima tumalize hii workout. So they have been part of my story. They have been part of my growth. And when I was after the Olympics, there are like 10 guys who were asking if they can join us in training, and we accepted them. For us, we always say it's upon you, because if you want to work hard, it's upon you, because we don't charge a lot of money coming to the team, because we believe if you are consistent in training, you'll grow, and then when you grow is when now you can start paying back to the team. So if you come and you're a joker, then that will be hard.
So the boys who in your club, training mates who actually push you.
We have a team. It's called Achievers Godspeed. I attribute my success to this team because you know you can't train alone. Sometimes you train alone and then you reach a rep, you're supposed to do 12, you reach at the 8th,
you're tired.
You say,
you just want to stop.
You know, sometimes the body gets to autopilot. You run until you don't feel anything, you just go, you just run to finish the workout. So they have been monumental because sometimes you feel like giving up, but then the team tells you, man,
lazima tumalize
hii workout. His emotion does not count. So when you see someone who is a bit lower than you telling you that, then you just have to push. So there's a team, and then after the Olympics, we had so many requests from people wanting to join our team, and we have embraced them, and we've called them into the team. So our team now has more than 20 guys. So we are training. We want to work with these guys. We want to give them the experience that we've gotten, so that they can also rise and become the great athletes in this country.
So you train in Nairobi or
we train
where
at
exactly?
Kasarani,
yeah. So it's a team of 20 guys under your
more
coach?
than 20 under my coach.
Okay.
So we also help my coach because sometimes it's a lot to take care of. So those senior people like me and the other like 4 guys who are senior, we can guide the team and control what they do. So sooner or later these sprinters will come up and then they'll be somewhere.
Michael Tieno, your competitor, was barred from running. Have you spoken to him? You went through the same scenario. How is he taking it?
I'll prefer to keep that private because I did not also want people to talk about my story before it was ended. So Mark is fine. He's a great friend. So we just keep that private until when he'll decide to talk.
All right. All right. So in a day today, like if you are not Omanyala, the 100-meter African champion, what would you have been?
I prefer staying. I always stay home with my son. I have a son who's 2 years. We always do a lot of jokes together, so we watch a lot of cartoons together, animations. So I prefer staying at home and just keeping my privacy and just thinking about life. I'm not that so much outdoor person that I go walks, I go do such stuff. I prefer in-house activities.
Affection, I know women are now all over you. Have they?
They are sending a lot of messages, but they know I'm taken. So I'm a good friend keeper. We can be friends. No worries about that.
So they are not telling you now we can move on to the next.
I can't do that because I have all my affection to my wife Laventa.
Nice. So to end this interview, what word will you describe? Would you describe Omanyala as?
A resilient person.
Resilient?
Discipline. And hardworking.
I
never give up. I never give up.
Hata sahi tukiweka slay queen hapa?
No. I can't do that. Huyo tabidi amekaa hapo tu hadi akauke aende.
Thank you, Fadi. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
Thank you,
man.
I appreciate it.
It was Ferdinand Omanyala, one African, we call him African Superman now, the 100 meters champ, the African record holder in this week's episode of African and Kenyan History Makers. Asante sana, Fadi.
Thank you for having me.